In the previous video, we have already discussed about Skinner box experiment. Also, we have discussed about key elements in operant conditioning such as reinforcer, reinforcement, punishment and behavior shaping. There are basically two types of reinforcement, that is positive reinforcement and negative reinforcement, and two types of punishment, that is presentational punishment and removal punishment. How often and when a behavior is reinforced can greatly affect the strength of the behavior and the rate of response. Positive and negative reinforcement can be used, and the goal is always to strengthen behavior and increase the chances of its happening again. Now in this video I am going to discuss about schedules of reinforcement and its educational implications. Schedules of reinforcement can be broken down into two types, that is continuous reinforcement and partial reinforcement. In continuous reinforcement, every time a behavior occurs, it is reinforced. And in partial reinforcement, a behavior is reinforced part of the time. Interestingly, the response, that is the result of partial reinforcement, is actually more resistant to extinction because the behaviors are learned over time and not acquired all at once. Partial reinforcement can be further broken down into four schedules, that is fixed ratio schedules, variable ratio schedules, fixed interval schedules and variable interval schedules. In fixed ratio schedules, after a specific number of responses, the response is reinforced. As for example, a rat only gets food pellets after pressing the lever every 3 times. In classroom situation, a teacher can provide a sticker to a student every time they correctly answer 5 math problems in a class. The reinforcement, that is the sticker, is delivered consistently after every 5 correct answers, encouraging the student to maintain a steady pace of work to earn the reward. Again, in classroom situation, a teacher can reward student with a break or free time after they have completed every 10 pages of reading in their textbooks. The reinforcement, that is break time, is consistently provided after every 10 pages read, motivating students to pace themselves and complete their reading assignments. The second one is variable ratio schedules. In variable ratio schedules, reinforcement occurs after an unpredictable number of responses. As for example, a rat presses the lever several times, but a plate of food is administered at random and is not based on any sort of fixed schedule. In classroom situation, a teacher might use a variable ratio schedule by occasionally giving out extra credit points after a random number of completed homework assignments. For instance, a student may earn bonus points after completing homework assignments on the 3rd, 7th and 5th occasions. This unpredictability keeps students motivated to consistently complete their work. The third one is fixed interval schedules. In fixed interval schedules, a response is rewarded after an allotted period of time. For example, if a rat presses the lever within a time frame of 30 seconds, it will be given 1 food pellet. It does not matter how many times the rat presses the lever because only 1 plate will be given during that time frame. In classroom situation, a teacher uses a fixed interval schedule by providing a quiz at the end of each week. Students who score well on the quiz receive extra credit points. Here, the reinforcement, that is the extra credit points, is consistently delivered after a fixed interval, that is each week, prompting students to study and prepare regularly for the weekly quiz. The fourth and final one is variable interval schedule. In variable interval schedules, reinforcement occurs after an unpredictable amount of time. For example, the rat may be rewarded a plate every 15 seconds and then every 5 seconds and then every 45 seconds, etc. In classroom situation, a teacher praises student for staying focused and on task during classroom activities at random times throughout the day. This reinforcement, that is verbal praise, is provided at irregular intervals, that is for every 20 or 30 minutes during various classroom activities, encouraging students to maintain consistent engagement and attentiveness throughout the day. So, these different reinforcement schedules can be utilized effectively in classroom setting to shape and maintain desired behaviors. Each schedule has distinct effects on behavior patterns, which educators can leverage based on the specific learning goals and needs of their students. Now, try this.